Lisa Morgan wiped the grease from her hands and looked at the engine part she had just fixed. The metal piece gleamed under the bright lights of the engine room. She had been working on the ship's main drive for 3 hours, and it was finally running smooth again. "Nice work, Lisa," said Pete Davis, the chief engineer. He was a big man with kind eyes who always treated her well. "That drive was making some bad noises yesterday. I thought we might need to stop at the next station for repairs." Lisa nodded and put her tools away. She did not say much as usual. The crew of the New Horizon knew her as the quiet woman who could fix anything. She had been working on the ship for 2 years now, and she was good at her job. Very good. Captain Jake Sullivan walked into the engine room. He was a fair man in his 50s who ran a clean ship. "Lisa, we're getting ready to jump to the next system. Can you check the jump drive one more time?" "Already done, Captain," Lisa said in her soft voice. "Everything looks good." "Great. We should reach the Titan colony in 4 days. Easy run." Jake smiled and left. Lisa watched him go. Easy runs were what she liked best. No trouble, no questions, no one looking too closely at her past. She had been living this quiet life for 8 years now, and she wanted to keep it that way. Amy Watson, the ship's navigator, poked her head into the engine room. She was young and always cheerful. "Lisa, want to join us for dinner? Pete's making his famous soup." "Maybe later," Lisa said. "I want to finish checking the backup systems." Amy shrugged and left. Lisa knew the crew thought she was strange for working so much and talking so little, but they were good people, and they left her alone when she needed space. Lisa climbed down into the lower deck where the backup systems were kept. This was her favorite part of the ship because no one else came here often. She could work in peace and think about things without anyone bothering her. As she checked the backup power cells, her hands moved without thinking. She had done this work so many times that she could do it in her sleep. But her mind was somewhere else, remembering things she tried hard to forget. 8 years ago, she had been Lieutenant Lisa Morgan of the Earth Defense Force. She had flown the fastest ships and fought in the biggest battles of the Centauri Wars. Her friends had called her Lightning because she was so quick in the cockpit. She had been one of the best pilots in the whole fleet. Then came the mission that changed everything, the one that made her disappear. Lisa shook her head and pushed the memories away. That person was gone. That life was over. Now she was just Lisa Morgan, maintenance worker. No rank, no medals, no past that mattered. She finished checking the backup systems and was about to leave when she noticed something strange. There were new wires connected to the communication array, small ones that looked like they had been added recently. Lisa frowned. She knew every wire and circuit in this ship, and these were not supposed to be there. Lisa traced the wires carefully. They led to a small device hidden behind some pipes. The device was recording everything the ship's communication system was doing. Someone had been watching them. Her heart started beating faster. This was not good. In her old life, she would have known exactly what to do. But now she was just a maintenance worker. She could not act like a soldier anymore. Lisa took pictures of the device with her work tablet. She would need to tell Captain Sullivan about this, but she had to be careful how she did it. She could not let anyone know how much she understood about spy equipment. She climbed back up to the main deck and found Pete in his workshop. "Pete, I found something weird in the communication system," she said. Pete looked up from the part he was fixing. "What kind of weird?" "Extra wires, they don't belong there." Lisa showed him the pictures on her tablet. Pete's face got serious. "That looks like someone's been listening to our communications. We need to tell the captain right away." They found Captain Sullivan on the bridge talking to Amy about their course. When Pete showed him the pictures, Jake's face got very worried. "How long has this been there?" Jake asked. "Hard to say," Lisa answered. "Maybe a few weeks, maybe longer." "Could someone be tracking us?" Amy asked. "It's possible," Jake said. He looked tired suddenly. "We need to be careful. Let's remove that device and change our communication codes." Lisa nodded. "I can take care of the device." As she worked to remove the spy equipment, Lisa's mind was racing. Someone had been watching the New Horizon. But why? They were just a cargo ship that carried supplies between colonies. They were not important. Unless someone thought they were important for a different reason. Just as Lisa finished removing the device, the ship's communication system started beeping. They were getting a message from somewhere far away. "Captain," Amy called from the bridge. "We're getting a distress signal. It's from the Kepler Research Station." Lisa's blood went cold. The Kepler Research Station was in the middle of nowhere, far from any shipping lanes. If they were calling for help, something was very wrong. Captain Sullivan's voice came over the ship's speakers. "All crew to the bridge. We need to talk." Lisa put down her tools and walked to the bridge. She had a bad feeling about this distress signal. In her experience, things that seemed too convenient usually were. When she reached the bridge, the whole crew was there. Jake was playing the distress message. "This is Kepler Research Station," a scared voice said through the static. "We are under attack. Unknown ships need immediate help. Please, anyone who gets this message, help us." Then the message cut off. "The signal is 12 hours old," Amy said. "We're the closest ship." Pete looked worried. 12 hours is a long time. They might already be. "We have to try," Jake said firmly. "It's our duty to help people in trouble." Lisa wanted to speak up. She wanted to tell them that this felt like a trap, but she could not explain how she knew without revealing too much about her past. "How long to get there?" Jake asked Amy. "If we push the engines hard, maybe 6 hours." Jake nodded. "Set course for Kepler Station. Lisa, I want you to make sure everything is running perfectly. If there are hostile ships there, we might need to run fast." "Yes, Captain," Lisa said quietly. As the crew got ready for the emergency run, Lisa went back to the engine room. She checked everything twice, making sure the ship could run at maximum speed if needed. But in her heart, she knew that running might not be enough. She looked at the empty space where the spy device had been hidden. Someone had been watching them. Now they were being called to a research station that might be under attack. It was too much of a coincidence. Lisa closed her eyes and tried to stay calm. She was not Lieutenant Morgan anymore. She was just a maintenance worker. She could not save anyone. But deep down, she knew that might be about to change. The New Horizon dropped out of jump space near the Kepler Research Station. Lisa felt the familiar shake of the ship as they returned to normal space. She was in the engine room, watching all the systems to make sure everything was working right. "We're here," Captain Sullivan's voice came through the ship's speakers. "Everyone come to the bridge." Lisa wiped her hands and walked to the bridge. Through the main window, she could see the research station floating in space. It was a big structure made of white metal and glass, spinning slowly around a dead planet below. "It looks normal," said Amy, studying her screens. "No damage that I can see." "But no lights either," Pete added. "The whole station looks dark." Captain Sullivan was quiet for a moment, thinking. "Try to contact them." Amy worked at her communication panel. "Kepler Station. This is the cargo ship New Horizon. We got your distress call. Please respond." They waited. Nothing. "Try again," Jake said. "Kepler Station, do you copy? This is New Horizon responding to your emergency signal." Still nothing. Lisa watched the station through the window. Something felt wrong to her. The station looked too perfect, too undamaged. If there had been an attack, where were the signs of fighting? "Captain," she said quietly. "Maybe we should be careful." Jake looked at her. "What do you mean?" Lisa chose her words carefully. "The distress call said they were under attack, but the station looks fine. No damage, no debris. Where are the attacking ships?" "Maybe they left," Pete said. "Maybe they got what they wanted and ran. Or maybe the people inside are hurt and can't answer," Amy added. Jake nodded. "We have to check. It's our duty." He looked at his crew. "Pete, Amy, you're with me. We'll take the shuttle over and see what's happening. Lisa, you stay here and watch the ship." Lisa felt her stomach get tight. This was exactly what she was afraid of. "Captain, I don't think—" "That's an order, Lisa," Jake said firmly. "Keep the engines warm. If there's trouble, we might need to leave fast. Lisa wanted to argue, but she could not explain her fears without revealing too much. Yes, sir. She watched from the bridge as the 3 crew members got into the shuttle. The small ship separated from the New Horizon and flew toward the research station. Lisa sat in the captain's chair and waited, her hands moving nervously. The shuttle docked with the station. Lisa could hear Jake's voice over the radio. We're inside now. The docking bay is empty, but the lights are on here. Be careful, Lisa said into the microphone. The main corridor is clear, Amy's voice reported. But it's very quiet. Too quiet. Lisa watched her screens, checking everything over and over. The ship's sensors showed nothing unusual. No other ships, no energy readings, nothing dangerous. But she could not shake the feeling that something was very wrong. We're in the main laboratory now. Pete's voice came through the static. There's equipment everywhere, but no people. It's like everyone just disappeared. Keep looking, Lisa said. And stay together. Minutes passed. Then Jake's voice came back, excited. We found something. There are computers still running in the main lab. It looks like they were working on some kind of research project. Very advanced stuff. Lisa frowned. What kind of research? Hard to tell. The files are encrypted. Amy's trying to figure it out. More time passed. Lisa kept checking her sensors, but everything looked normal. Too normal. In her old life as a pilot, she had learned to trust her feelings. And right now her feelings were screaming that this was a trap. Got it! Amy's voice suddenly came through clearly. The research files are about... Oh no. What is it? Lisa asked quickly. They were studying alien technology. Captured equipment. From unknown species. Very dangerous stuff according to these notes. Lisa's blood went cold. Alien technology meant aliens. And if aliens had been here... Captain, you need to get back to the ship right now, she said urgently. Why, what's wrong? Jake asked. Just trust me. Come back now. But before Jake could answer, Lisa's worst fears came true. Her sensors suddenly lit up with new contacts. Ships were appearing around the New Horizon, big ships that had been hiding somehow. Captain, Lisa shouted into the microphone. Enemy ships. They were cloaked. The ships were unlike anything Lisa had seen before, but she recognized the design style from intelligence reports. They were sleek and dark, with curved hulls that looked almost alive. Alien ships, the kind that had been attacking human colonies on the outer rim. New Horizon, a strange voice came over the communication system. The voice was cold and spoke human words with a weird accent. You will surrender now. Your species is weak. Resistance is pointless. Lisa's training kicked in automatically. She ran to the weapon controls, but the New Horizon was just a cargo ship. It had only basic defensive shields and no real weapons. Human ship, the alien voice continued. We have your crew members. They are alive for now. Surrender and they will remain alive. Lisa's heart pounded. Through the communication system, she could hear her friends in the background. Jake was shouting something. Amy was crying. Pete was trying to sound brave but failing. Your people are soft, the alien commander said with what sounded like amusement. They break easily. Like all humans we have captured. More alien ships appeared. Lisa counted at least 6 of them, all bigger than the New Horizon. They surrounded her ship completely. You have 1 minute to surrender, the alien said. Then we will kill your friends and take your ship anyway. Lisa sat in the captain's chair, her mind racing. She was just one person against 6 alien warships. She had no weapons, no help, and no way to fight back. The smart thing to do was surrender and hope the aliens would be merciful. But Lisa knew. These aliens from the intelligence reports, they were not merciful. They captured humans for experiments and killed the rest. Her friends were going to die no matter what she did, unless she stopped being Lisa Morgan, the maintenance worker, and became someone else. 30 seconds human, the alien voice said mockingly. Your friends are crying for you to save them, but you cannot. Humans are too weak to fight us. Lisa looked at her hands. They were shaking, but not from fear. They were shaking from anger. These aliens had no idea who they were dealing with. She stood up and walked toward the cargo bay. There was something down there that the aliens did not know about, something she had been hiding for 8 years. "Time is up, human," the alien said. "Prepare to be boarded. Your pathetic resistance ends now." Lisa smiled for the first time in years. It was not a nice smile. "Actually," she said into the microphone, "it's just beginning." She sealed the bridge and ran toward the cargo bay. It was time to stop hiding. Behind her, the alien ships began moving closer to dock with the New Horizon. They thought they were capturing another helpless human cargo ship. They were about to learn how wrong they could be. Lisa ran through the ship's corridors toward the cargo bay. Behind her, she could hear the alien ships getting closer. They would dock with the New Horizon in less than 5 minutes. Then they would board and search the ship. They would find nothing, except what she wanted them to find. Lisa reached the cargo bay and sealed the door behind her. She typed a code into a hidden panel on the wall. The panel beeped and opened, showing a second set of controls that no one else knew about. Computer, voice recognition Lisa Morgan, authorization Lightning 77 Alpha, voice recognized, the computer said in a different voice than usual. "Welcome back, Lieutenant." The cargo bay around Lisa began to change. What looked like normal storage containers split open and folded back. Hidden panels in the walls slid away. Lights came on that had been dark for 8 years. In the center of the bay sat something that should not exist. A military fighter ship, sleek and deadly, painted in the dark colors of space. It was small but perfect, every line designed for speed and combat. This was the Valkyrie, Lisa's old ship from the war. The ship everyone thought had been destroyed 8 years ago. Lisa had saved it. She had rebuilt it. She had made it better. She pressed her hand against the fighter's hull. The metal was warm under her touch. "Hello, old friend," she whispered. "Ready to fly again?" The Valkyrie's systems came online automatically. Lisa had programmed it to respond to her touch, her voice, her presence. This ship knew her better than any person ever had. Lisa opened a hidden locker and pulled out her old flight suit. It was black and silver, made from materials that could protect a pilot in space. She had not worn it in 8 years, but it still fit perfectly. As she put on the suit, Lisa felt herself changing. The quiet maintenance worker was disappearing. In her place stood Lieutenant Lisa Morgan, the pilot they used to call Lightning. She climbed into the Valkyrie's cockpit. The seat, adjusted to fit her body exactly. The controls lit up under her hands. Everything was exactly as she remembered, but better. Over the years, she had added new systems, new weapons, new defenses. The aliens thought they were fighting a cargo ship. They were about to meet something much more dangerous. "Computer, start all systems," Lisa said. "All systems online, Lieutenant. Weapons armed. Engines ready. Shall I play your old combat music?" Lisa almost smiled. "Not yet. First, let's see what we're fighting." The Valkyrie's sensors were much better than the New Horizons. Lisa could see all 6 alien ships clearly now. They were big and powerful, but they moved in the same patterns she remembered from the war. These aliens had not learned any new tricks. But Lisa had. She had studied every piece of alien technology she could find over the past 8 years. She had learned their weaknesses, their blind spots, their mistakes. She had been preparing for this day without knowing it. 2 alien ships had docked with the New Horizon. Lisa could hear their soldiers moving through the ship's corridors, searching for her. They sounded confident, almost bored. They thought this was just another easy capture. "Computer, open cargo bay doors," Lisa said. "Cargo bay doors opening. Good hunting, Lieutenant." The Valkyrie's engines came to life with a soft roar. Lisa felt the familiar vibration through her body. This was what she had been missing for 8 years. This was who she really was. The alien commander's voice came over the radio again. "Human, we are boarding your ship. Where are you hiding? Come out and die quickly." Lisa switched to the external communication system. When she spoke, her voice was different than before. Colder, harder, dangerous. "I'm right here," she said. The Valkyrie shot out of the cargo bay like a bullet. Lisa pulled the ship into a sharp turn that would have crushed a normal person. But she was not normal. She was lightning. The alien ships were caught completely by surprise. They had expected to find a scared human hiding in the cargo ship. Instead, they found themselves facing a military fighter that moved like nothing they had ever seen. Lisa dove between two of the alien ships, her weapons blazing. The Valkyrie's guns were not standard human weapons. They were hybrids, built from human technology and alien parts she had collected over the years. They cut through alien shields like paper. The first alien ship exploded in a ball of fire. "What is this?" the alien commander's voice shouted over the radio. "This is impossible. Humans do not have ships like this." Lisa did not answer. She was too busy fighting. The Valkyrie twisted and turned through space, dodging the aliens' return fire. Lisa's hands moved over the controls without thinking. This was what she had been born to do. A second alien ship tried to ram her. Lisa spun the Valkyrie around it in a move that should have been impossible. Her guns found the ship's weak spot and tore it apart. 2 down, 4 to go. "You are just one ship," the alien commander screamed. "We will destroy you." "You can try," Lisa said calmly. The remaining alien ships tried to surround her, but Lisa was too fast. She had studied their tactics for years. She knew what they would do before they did it. The Valkyrie danced between their weapons. Always. Moving, never staying in one place long enough to be hit. Lisa's guns picked off pieces of the alien ships bit by bit, weakening them. But she was not trying to destroy them all. Not yet. She had a different plan. "Commander," she said over the radio, "you made a mistake. You took my friends. Your friends are dead, human, as you will be soon." "No," Lisa said. "You're going to give them back, and then you're going to leave." The alien commander laughed. "One small ship against us? You are insane." Lisa smiled inside, her helmet. "Maybe, but I'm also lightning." She dove toward the research station where her friends were being held. The alien ships followed her, just as she knew they would. They were angry now, not thinking clearly. That was exactly what Lisa wanted. The Valkyrie's sensors found the station's docking bay where Jake, Amy, and Pete were being held. Lisa could see alien soldiers guarding them. Her friends were alive but scared. "Computer, prepare rescue protocol," she said. "Rescue protocol ready, Lieutenant." Lisa took a deep breath. This next part was going to be very dangerous. But she had not been lightning for nothing. "Let's go save our friends," she whispered. The Valkyrie turned toward the station, its weapons ready. Behind it, 4 very angry alien ships followed, right into Lisa's trap. Lisa flew the Valkyrie straight toward the research station. The 4 remaining alien ships followed close behind her, firing their weapons. Their energy beams lit up the darkness of space, but none of them could hit her ship. "You cannot run forever, human," the alien commander said over the radio. His voice was full of anger now. "We will catch you and tear you apart." Lisa did not answer. She was too busy setting up her trap. The research station had several docking bays. Lisa flew toward the smallest one, the one where the aliens would not expect her to go. As she got closer, she could see alien soldiers through the station's windows. They were pointing their weapons at Jake, Amy, and Pete. "Computer, scan the station," Lisa said. "I need to know exactly where everyone is." "Scanning. Complete, Lieutenant. Your friends are in Laboratory 7. 12 alien soldiers are guarding them. 20 more aliens are scattered throughout the station." Lisa nodded. "And the alien ships?" 4 ships following you. They are staying close together. Perfect formation for what you have planned." Lisa smiled. The aliens were making this easy. For her. She flew the Valkyrie into the docking bay very fast. At the last second, she spun the ship around and fired her engines in reverse. The move was so sudden and violent that it would have killed a normal pilot. But Lisa was not normal. The Valkyrie stopped just inside the docking bay. The 4 alien ships, following too close and moving too fast, could not stop in time. They crashed into each other, trying to avoid hitting the station. "Now," Lisa said. She fired her weapons at the twisted metal of the crashed ships. The explosion was huge and bright. Pieces of alien ships flew in all directions. When the fire cleared, only one alien ship was still working, and it was badly damaged. Lisa was already out of her ship and running through the station's corridors. She had put on her helmet and was carrying her sidearm, a weapon she had not used in 8 years but still remembered perfectly. The first alien soldier she met was guarding a hallway. He was tall and thin, with gray skin and too many teeth. He saw Lisa coming and raised his weapon. Lisa was faster. Her gun fired once and the alien fell down. Alert! Alert! Voices started shouting throughout the station. Human soldier in the station! Human soldier! Lisa ran toward Laboratory 7. She knew exactly where it was because she had studied the station's plans while flying toward it. More alien soldiers appeared in the corridors, but Lisa moved like a ghost. She used her knowledge of the station's layout to stay ahead of them. She reached Laboratory 7 and looked through the small window in the door. Jake, Amy, and Pete were sitting on the floor with their hands tied. 12 alien soldiers stood around them with weapons pointed at their heads. Lisa took a deep breath. This was going to be hard. She kicked open the door and rolled into the room, firing her weapon. 3 aliens fell before they knew what was happening. The others turned to shoot at her, but Lisa was already moving. She used the laboratory equipment as cover, diving behind tables and machines. Her gun fired again and again. Each shot hit an alien soldier. Lisa had not forgotten how to fight. Lisa, Jake shouted. How did you? Talk later, Lisa said, shooting another alien. Move now. She cut the ropes around her friend's hands with a knife from her belt. Can you run? Yes, Amy said, though she looked scared. Good. Stay behind me and do exactly what I say. Lisa led them out of the laboratory. The station's corridors were full of alien soldiers now, all looking for her. But Lisa knew these corridors better than they did. She had memorized every turn, every door, every hiding place. They moved through the station like ghosts. When aliens appeared, Lisa's gun was always ready. She never missed, never hesitated, never showed mercy. This was war, and she was very good at war. Lisa, Pete whispered as they hid behind some equipment. What happened to you? You're different. I'm who I used to be, Lisa said simply. They reached the docking bay where the Valkyrie was waiting, but the last alien ship was there too, hovering outside and blocking their escape. Human pilot, the alien commander's voice came over the station's speakers. You have impressed us. We did not know humans could fight like this, but you are still trapped. Surrender now and we will kill you quickly. Lisa looked at her friends. They were staring at her with wonder and fear. They did not understand who she really was, but they trusted her. Get in the ship, she told them. What about that? Alien ship? Jake asked. Let me worry about that. Lisa helped her friends into the Valkyrie. The ship was built for one person, but there was room for passengers if they squeezed together. It would not be comfortable, but it would work. Computer, prepare for combat takeoff, Lisa said as she got into the pilot's seat. Ready, Lieutenant. The enemy ship is blocking our exit. Shall I play your combat music now? Yes, Lisa said. Play it loud. Old Earth music filled the cockpit, the kind of music that made people want to fight. Lisa's hands moved over the controls, and the Valkyrie came alive under her touch. Everyone hold on, she told her friends. This is going to be rough. The Valkyrie shot out of the docking bay like a rocket. The alien ship was waiting for them, its weapons already firing. But Lisa had been expecting this. She flew the Valkyrie straight at the alien ship as if she was going to ram it. At the last second, she spun her ship around the alien vessel in a move that should have been impossible. Her weapons fired at point-blank range. The alien ship exploded. Impossible, the alien commander's voice said weakly over the radio. No human can fly like that. What are you? Lisa flew the Valkyrie away from the burning research station. In the distance, she could see more alien ships coming. Reinforcements. But they were too far away to catch her now. I'm lightning, she said into the radio. And you just learned why humans are dangerous. Behind her, Jake, Amy, and Pete sat in shocked silence. They were looking at their quiet maintenance worker with new eyes. The woman they thought they knew was gone. In her place sat someone who could fight alien warships single-handed and win. "Lisa," Jake said quietly, "who are you really?" Lisa looked at the stars ahead of them. "Someone who's been hiding too long," she said. "Someone who just remembered why she used to fight." The Valkyrie flew through space toward safety, leaving the aliens to count their losses and wonder what other surprises humanity might be hiding. The Valkyrie flew through space for an hour before Lisa found a safe place to stop. It was a small asteroid field where the ship's sensors could hide them from any alien ships that might be following. Lisa turned off the engines and looked back at her friends. Jake, Amy, and Pete were all staring at her with wide eyes. They had not said much during the flight, but she could see the questions in their faces. "I suppose you want to know who I really am," Lisa said quietly. "That would be nice," Jake said. His voice was calm, but Lisa could hear the confusion underneath. "The Lisa we know is a quiet maintenance worker. The person who just saved us is something else entirely." Lisa took off her helmet and set it down. Her hands were shaking a little, not from fear, but from the memories that fighting had brought back. "My real name is Lieutenant Lisa Morgan," she said. 8 years ago, I was a pilot in the Earth Defense Force. They called me Lightning because I was fast." "You were military?" Amy asked. "One of the best," Lisa said. "I flew in the Centauri Wars. 43 missions, 37 enemy ships destroyed. I was good at killing aliens." Pete was looking at the Valkyrie's controls with new understanding. "This ship, it's not civilian, is it?" "No. This is my old fighter from the war. I was supposed to destroy it when the fighting ended, but I couldn't, so I hid it instead." "Why?" Jake asked. "Why hide? Why become a maintenance worker?" Lisa was quiet for a long moment. This was the part of her story she never wanted to tell anyone. "My last mission went wrong," she said finally. "Very wrong. I made a mistake and my whole squadron died. 300 civilians died too. The military said it was pilot error. My error." "What really happened?" Amy asked gently. "I trusted the wrong intelligence report. I led my people into a trap, just like what happened to us today. The only difference is that I survived and they didn't." Lisa's voice got quieter. "After that, I couldn't fly anymore. Every time I got in a cockpit, I saw their faces, so I quit. I changed my identity and became someone else. Someone safe. But today you flew," Jake pointed out. "Today I had to. You were going to die, and it would have been my fault again for not warning you properly about the trap." The ship's communication system suddenly started beeping. Lisa checked the display and frowned. "We're getting a message," she said. "Multiple messages, actually, from all over human space." She put the messages on the main screen. The first one was from a cargo ship called the Star Runner. "This is Captain Kelly Brown of the Star Runner," a woman's voice said. "We just fought off 3 alien ships. I repeat, we fought them off. My engineer turned out to be a former Navy commander. Who knew?" The next message was from a passenger liner. "This is the Golden Star. We were attacked by aliens near Jupiter. Our cook saved us. Turns out he used to pilot attack ships during the war. He's got a hidden fighter in our cargo bay." More messages kept coming. Ship after ship all over human space reporting the same thing. Attacks by aliens and ordinary crew members who turned out to be hiding military backgrounds. "What's happening?" Pete asked. Lisa was staring at the messages with growing understanding. "They're not random attacks. The aliens have been testing us, hitting civilian ships to see how weak we are." "But we're not weak," Amy said. "No," Lisa said slowly. "We're not. And now they know it." She switched to a different communication channel, one that only military people would know about. Immediately, dozens of voices started talking. "Lightning, is that you?" a man's voice asked. "This is Ghost. I heard you were dead." "I was," Lisa said. "For 8 years. What's your status, Ghost?" "Hidden on a mining ship near Mars. Just fought off 6 alien ships with some help from my cargo handler. Turns out he's Viper from the 12th Squadron." Another voice joined in. This is Hawk. I've been flying medical supplies for 5 years. Had to dust off the old skills today. The aliens tried to board us. Big mistake. More voices kept joining the conversation. Pilots who had been hiding, just like Lisa. Soldiers who had become farmers, engineers who had become cooks, commanders who had become maintenance workers. How many of us are there? Someone asked. Hundreds, Ghost answered. Maybe thousands. We all disappeared after the war ended. We all found new lives. But we never forgot how to fight. Lisa felt something she had not felt in 8 years. Hope. The aliens made a mistake, she said into the radio. They thought they were attacking helpless civilians. Instead, they woke up everyone who was trying to forget the war. So what do we do now? Hawk asked. Lisa looked at her friends in the Valkyrie. Jake was smiling. Amy was excited. Pete was already looking at the ship's systems with the eyes of someone who understood war. Now we send a message, Lisa said. A message the aliens will never forget. Over the next few hours, Lisa and the other hidden veterans worked together. They shared information about alien ship movements, weak points, and tactics. They planned attacks that would hit the aliens where it hurt most. The aliens had been testing humanity for months, thinking they were fighting civilians. They were about to learn that there were no civilians in human space. There were only people who had chosen to stop fighting, and people who remembered how. When the next wave of alien ships arrived to attack human colonies, they found something very different than what they expected. Instead of helpless cargo ships, they found military fighters emerging from hidden compartments. Instead of scared civilians, they found veterans who had been waiting 8 years for a reason to fight again. The aliens had expected to conquer humanity in a few weeks. Instead, they found themselves fighting a war against ghosts who knew all their secrets and had been preparing for this day without knowing it. Lisa put the Valkyrie back in the New Horizons cargo bay, but she did not hide it anymore. Her fighting days were over, but her war days had just begun. As Captain Sullivan took his ship toward the next battle, he looked at his maintenance worker with new respect. Lisa was back in her coveralls, working on the engines. But now everyone knew that when the next alien fleet came, they would not be facing Lisa Morgan, the maintenance worker. They would be facing Lightning. And Lightning was not alone anymore. All across human space, the hidden veterans were taking off their disguises and remembering who they used to be. The aliens had wanted to test humanity's strength. They were about to get their answer.